I'm Cindy. I'm a real estate negotiator, currently attached with a global real estate agency in Malaysia. I've been in real estate industry for 3 years. Prior to that, I was 12 years in education industry. So what makes me move from education industry into real estate industry? One of the main reasons is my mother. That time she was just discharged from hospital, and every day I have to bring her to the hospital to do the necessary follow-up. So a full-time job is not possible for me. And with the friend recommendations, that's how I get the real estate negotiator position. And I find that these positions is actually suits me very well because there's a flexible working hours that allow me to slot in my mother's medical schedule, follow up, and also my own personal life into that. And I find that I have more quality of time being spent with my mother, especially in the last few years in her life. So I don't have any regret at all to go into the real estate industry because it allows me to have very quality time to be spent with my mother. Compared to education industry, I have to work from Monday to Friday, sometimes to the extent Saturday, 9 to 6 on the weekdays, and sometimes over the weekend, I still have to stay at home, open up the laptop and look at the slides to prepare the lesson for the following week. And even if it is semester break, I still have to prepare a lesson for the next coming semester. And every year, the only time I can really have a proper break is the last week of the December because I'm being forced to go and clear my annual leave. My annual leave have been accumulated through the whole years, and that's the only time I have to clear. So of 12 years in education industry, I find that I'm not going anywhere because in education industry, they appreciate higher educated qualifications, academicians, people with many certificates. Whereas me, myself, even though is an MBA holder, it is actually nothing much in education industry, to be honest. And prior to education industry, I was 7 years working in the corporate world. I was involved in the PR, customer service, sales, community work. That time I traveled a lot. And one of the reasons I moved out from the corporate world into the education industry is also because of my mother. Because that time she was being diagnosed diabetic, high blood pressure, and the rheumatoid arthritis. She has a lot of illness after my father passed away. Being a single mother, she was actually very lonely. So me as the only caretaker that's staying with her, I have full responsibilities to bring her whenever she falls sick. So my role and my responsibility is actually quite high and the burden is actually quite heavy. So I find that stepping into the education industry allow me to be more relaxed, less stressed, and I'll be able to strike a balance between my work and her situations. Because everything is very scheduled in terms of education work. It's a 9 to 5 job, and even you have an afternoon shift, morning time when I'm free, I can slot in her medical follow-up or the time where I require to take medication for her or my own personal life. So I find that there's a balance. But after a few years in education industry, I find that I'm not moving anywhere already. There's a bottleneck at my career, to be honest. Neither I can remain progress well at the education industry, nor I can go back to the corporate world and involved in the areas that I was in before. So in the end, that's part of the reasons that makes me decide to step into real estate industry because I have to put a stop there already. The frustrations level accumulated in education industry is getting higher and higher, and I'm not happy at all. And to the extent my own health is actually has been deteriorated because of the sorrow being a caretaker taking care of her, and yet in terms of the career I can't progress well, I can't get a higher income. In education industry, if you would like to get a higher income, there's only a few options. Either you teach more part-time So which is to the extent, let's say 9 to 6, and in the evening, you go and have some evening class, or over the weekend, you have some weekend class. So you end up, there's no life at all for you. That's even worse, more stressful. Or you could be partner up with some of the educator in terms of that running some education center or things, or maybe selling some education materials, which is actually none of my happiness at all, to be honest. Also not my favorites. So in the end, I find that I really have to put a stop. I really have to plan well for my future retirement. And I find that real estate industry allow me to do so. Myself is a very hardworking person. I know to what extent I can work very hard. So there are times when I can't work hard, when I'm not feeling well, I can put a stop there because this is my business. I control it. And I know that if I work hard, I really put in the effort, I'll be able to see the result. That is in real estate. If you work hard, the result or the compensations that you get, it will be at par with your hard work. So if you compare to my previous industry, I find that real estate will be something more a rewarding career and something more joyful for me also. And I'll be able to generate some passive income in future, where they will allow me to pursue some of my personal dreams, which is to travel around the world, to have a look, see how the world looks like. When I was taking care of my mother, I hardly have time to really enjoy my life by traveling around the world. So this is a part of the dreams that I would like to pursue besides planning my future retirement plan. My involvement in education industry has exposed me to lecture quite a lot of areas in terms of the soft skill, customer service, marketing, management, and other aspects. So in this coming February 16, Tuesday, 8 p.m., I'll be able to share with you a free workshop. The free workshop will be on how to understand customer body language. In terms of sales, in terms of customer service, you come across a lot of customers every day. When you meet up with them, would you be able to tell the body language or not? What is actually psychologically hidden behind that? It is very important for you to be able to understand their body language. So therefore, I would like to share with you on some of the tips for you to be able to assess how would you be able to tell from your customer's body language. So I see you on February 16, 8 p.m. Sign up at the link provided, and I'll be able to share with you some of the tips. See you. Bye.